In this video, we take a look at some advanced features of CmapTools. CmapTools allows us to attach resources to concepts. So for example, we have the concept Excel here, and let's say we've got an image file here in our computer, and we want to attach this image file to this particular concept Excel. To do that, you can simply drag and drop the image onto the concept. The kinds of resources that CmapTools allows us to attach to a concept are images, web addresses, audio, video, and a lot more. Once you have attached a resource to a concept, there's a small icon that shows that a resource is attached to a concept. And in order to open the resource, all you have to do is to simply click on it, click on the icon, and then a list of resources attached to that particular concept turns up. And then you can click on the list to open the concerned resource. It's possible to attach quite a few resources to a concept. You're not restricted to attaching just one single resource. Rather than dragging and dropping resources from your file explorer, you can drag and drop resources from your views window, provided you have already added your resources to the views window. In order to add resources to the views window, you can use the menu option File, Add Resources, and follow the instructions from there. From a layout perspective, sometimes we might want to have curved lines instead of straight lines. As of now, in this particular diagram, all the lines are straight. But suppose you want to make, let's say, this particular line curved. So in order to curve the line, all you have to do is to select the line, and then you'll get a menu. Select the line, right-click, and get the context menu. From that, select line, and then it takes you to the styles panel, and within the styles panel you can drop down this shape option and select a curved line instead of a straight line. Once you do that, you get a small handle on top of the line which you can drag to make the line curved. So you can use this to make sure that your layout is a little more pleasing to the eye and a little more easy for the reader to understand. From the styles panel, you can do a lot more things, so you should be sure to check out the following: line and shape colors, line types, and line thickness. So for example, you can have dashed lines and non-dashed lines and so on, and of course you can vary the thickness of individual lines. You can also apply a background color to your complete concept map. You can also control, of course, fonts and all related things with respect to fonts. And you can also use an image as a background for a particular concept. So for example, suppose you're saying Excel spreadsheet and you want to have a small image of Excel right as a background of that concept, you can do that. And of course, there are so many more things that you can check out. One potentially useful idea is that of nesting. So for example, suppose your concept map becomes extremely complicated and you don't want to reveal the entire map to the user in one go, especially users who are looking at the concept map inside CmapTools. So what you can do is to nest certain parts of the diagram and reveal them gradually rather than show the complexity completely. So for example, in this case, on this particular concept map, I want to take this entire portion that I have highlighted here, that I have selected, and I want to collapse that into a single box to be opened by the user on demand. So to do that, first I can select all of these concepts or this region of the diagram by drawing a lasso around it. And once it's selected, I can right click, get into nested node, and say create. Once you do that, you get into this mode where you can see a box is drawn around the region of the diagram you selected and shows a small icon here. And once you click on that icon, it goes into what is called as label mode, right? That is, the whole area, that the nested area is collapsed into a single rectangle, and you can give it a label. And that's the label that will be displayed whenever it's in label mode. So once you've got nesting active, so this is our original diagram. It shows that this region is nested. You see the icon here. You click on the icon, it goes into the label mode. The nested region goes into label mode. And of course, you can expand the label mode by clicking its icon, and then it comes back to the original diagram. So what this feature enables is the ability to explore a very complex concept map gradually. Rather than see all the complexity up front, we can gradually explore the complexity as required. We can add annotations to concepts. So for example, I can right click on a concept and select the option from the context menu to add annotation, and then you can add annotations to a concept. It's also nice to be able to have mouse over messages so that when somebody moves a mouse over a concept, some information pops up. Now that's not what annotation does. To do that, you right click on a concept and select the option Add Info. Once you do that, you get this window inside which you can type in whatever mouse over information you want, and then when you hit OK, that gets saved. And after that, when your map is being displayed, all I have to do is to move my mouse over this particular concept, and the message that we added here pops up. So that wraps it up. So over a span of 2 videos, we have looked at a very quick introduction to concept mapping using CmapTools, and then this video has shown you some additional advanced features you can add to make your concept maps more friendly. So go ahead and have a blast with concept maps.